Connected to Pilotedge.
What is going on, my peeps? It has been quite some time since I've streamed last, at least 2.5, 3 weeks. Sold my house in Southern California and moved 4.5 hours north in California in the new house. So appreciate everybody checking me out. Big up to my lovely wife and kids, of course, man. Capital G, capital D, thank you for waking me up today and putting air in my lungs and blessing me. Appreciate that. Never take that for granted. My boy Phoenix J is in the house, man. What's up with you, Phoenix, man? We definitely got to get some more flying going on, y'all. So, back in X-Plane, everybody, and we are on Pilotedge. We're going to be taking this ERJ out. Normally it's flown by Envoy, but American is taking this one over. So we're going to have our call sign of American 318. First run we're doing from Phoenix to Reno. We'll see how this goes. And yeah, I had to work on getting everything set back up so that I could be in the skies with you fine folks. So that's what we're doing today, everybody. Getting back acclimated. Hopefully I'll remember how to fly. We'll see. That'll be an interesting one. So as you can see here, we're in this fine airport. This is custom scenery here, of course, and if you look here, we are most certainly at gate Bravo 4 here in Phoenix, getting ready to get this bad boy set up for the flight. Let's jump on board. And let me see here. Let me make sure everything looks good here. It's been a minute since I've flown this thing, so this ought to be an interesting one. So first things first, I believe we have all our views set up. We'll figure that out. We're gonna go ahead and get the ground power on so that we can get the bird turned on and get our radios turned on. Hopefully remember how to do all that. And yeah, let's also, we're not going to open the door because we're just going to assume that it's already open for the gate configuration. So we'll just kind of assume all that stuff is open there and get that going. And let's go ahead and get some power on this bad boy. Let's come up top and do exactly that. Okay, so those are our buses, bada bing, bada boom, and everything is looking good thus far. Let's go ahead and get these into the auto position here. All right, ground power is available. Let's get the avionics and all this good stuff on, as well as our nav lights. And let's come back down here and get rid of this caution light here. You can see the aircraft is initializing itself, which is a good thing, man. This one is good because you really don't have to worry about any of the IRS alignment. It does it pretty much right away. You can see that terrain radar is on, but we'll handle all of this good stuff in a minute. Don't forget this Xcrafts ERJ works a little bit differently. Let's see here. We'll leave these fuel pumps off there for now, and we'll get all these into the north position here once we get going. And let's see, our electric, we can get this into the auto position as well. And let's go ahead and get the fasten seat belts, no smoking on, and keep it going. Hey baby, what is going on? Love you, babe. Thanks for checking in. Zachy D is in the house. Dre channel's growing. Yes sir, trying to grow it, and it's thanks to you guys, so I appreciate all of the support. Of course, as usual, it wouldn't grow without you guys, and I most certainly wouldn't enjoy doing this without you. So big up to you, Zachy D, and once again, baby, thanks for all the support. And you know, my baby, my wife, she's got to put up with all of the screens and the lights and all that good stuff. So big up to you, baby. I always appreciate your support, and thanks for checking in, everybody. All right, and first off, we want to just reacclimate ourselves with the aircraft here. We'll get into this more than strange FMC once again, just as a refresher. But in the meantime, let's go to the nav radio page, and we can't forget here, we are on Pilotedge, so we must most certainly follow all the rules here. So let's go ahead and check in with the Phoenix charts and see what's on and cracking here. Let's go ahead and get the airport information so we can see where we're at. I always like pulling up the charts anyway, man. It kind of gives you a warm fuzzy, lets you know you did load into the right airport. All right, bada bing, bada boom. And let's see, what I usually do on Pilotedge is I check the ATIS first, just to make sure that we got good comms. So let's get the ATIS, and that way we can also do a sound check. You guys let me know if it's coming in too low. Over and see, like right now we should be getting ATIS 127575, but not to panic, because we also have to make sure that the comms 2 radio is turned on, which that will be right over here. Phoenix. Okay, doesn't seem like we're getting any. Let's see, this is the microphone up here, so we should be, double check that frequency, we should be 12757. This is another place to put in the comm too as well. 127.575. 127.575, so that is correct. 27575. Let's do a radio check on 18.1. Let's put it on this side as well too. Can't go anywhere without any comms. Okay, see, we're still not getting anything here. Oh, you know what? I think I know what the problem is. Preferences. It's been a minute. See, audio input. We want this, and the output. We want this.
Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. Have information uniform.
Okay.
Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. ATIS information uniform. 2351 Zulu.
We are good here. I might have to turn this
Visibility 10.
TV up.
Few clouds at 8,000. Few clouds at 16,000. Few clouds at
You guys can
25,000.
see I'm rusty here.
Temperature 37. Dew point 16. Altimeter 2980.
We're gonna get
Arriving
it together
runway 7 right. 8. Departing runway 7
I can hear
left. 8. Visual approach is in use.
Guys, let me know how you're hearing it.
Runway 7 right. Left runway 8 approach in use. Simultaneous approaches to parallel runways in use. VFR archers contact clearance delivery.
All right.
Advise on course heading,
We're getting
altitude,
two because it's
and if
coming out of both
following
channels.
is requested.
There we
Read
go.
back all runway assignments and hold shorter
All right.
instructions.
So
Advise
that
on
looks
initial
like
contact.
that's
You have
working good.
information uniform.
There we go. So looks like that sound check is going well. Just put the good old trusty remote over there. How's everybody doing out there, man? It's been a minute. Let me turn that back on actually, just to see how it's coming out, so I can make sure you guys are hearing it good.
Few clouds at 16,000. Few clouds at
Okay,
25.
that sounds good. All right, so we got that figured out. For a minute there, I was like, man, what is going on? All right, so we are here, and the route that we are taking today, guys, it's a pretty simple one. Flying time today is going to be, for this first leg anyway, about an hour and 26 minutes, and it's got us leaving Zephyr 2, Rasta, direct to Dovey, direct to Bravo Tango Yankee VOR, then on transitioning into the Star Kino, then Rust Me 2. So that looks like that's what we're doing. We've already filed our flight plan, and of course, again, in fine fashion, I haven't flown in a minute, so I definitely need to step away here for a second and get my rusty dusty pin. So give me 1 second. Let me jump off this face cam, and I need to grab my pen and paper. Give me 1 second, folks. Okay, sorry about that. As you can see, your boy is a little bit rusty, but we gonna get it together. We are most certainly going to get it together. Aviation Geek, where you been at? Good to see you streaming again. Hey man, moving, getting the family resituated, Av Geek, but here we are. No worries, man. Absolutely no worries. We are back in the house. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and tune in the clearance here. It's 18.1. So I don't necessarily plan for this whole thing to go super smooth today, just because I'm rusty and I'm taking a risk flying on Pilotedge. So we'll probably get yelled at some type of way. But that's all right though. We gotta have our big boy pants on today. But thanks for checking in, Aviation Geek. Yeah, I had to sell the house, do the big move, get into the new house, get the kids, switch schools, you know, the whole nine. But we're back at it. We are back at it. All right, so let's get down to business, and let's
Center citation triple six
pause the
Delta
music
Whiskey's
there
ready
for a second.
ROE.
666 Delta Whiskey's release for departure time 0005. Clearance void if not off by 0015.
All right, let's get right into it.
See approved. Report airborne.
Okay, void if not off by 0015. Report airborne, and we'll be flying the runway 270 DP.
Gotcha. Rise near 2122. Contact Seattle Center 121.4.
What's 1.4, Russ? That's what I was going to say.
Phoenix clearance, American 318, IFR to Reno. right. Hopefully the good old transmission.
American 318, Phoenix clearance on request. Stand by.
All right, and we are standing by.
Clearance, good afternoon. Baron 547 Juliet Whiskey with information. Lima, IFR to Eagle.
We already know we're doing, let's see here.
Horizon 2122, Seattle Center, Roger, climb and maintain
34,000
17,000, Medford altimeter 3001.
Boom. Let's see here if I remember this thing.
American 318 is clear to the Reno airport, Zephyr 2 departure, Rasta transition on us files, climb via the SID, departure frequency 119.2, squawk 6257.
Okay, American 318 is cleared to Reno, Zephyr 2, Rasta transition, then is filed, climb via SID, departure frequency is 19.2, squawking 6257, American 318.
American 318, reback correct. For 547 Juliet Whiskey.
All right, so that
airport, Lynn,
went okay, so let's
maintain
get him
16,000.
quieted down there for a second. And also, let's now, for sure, we need to plug in the weather here so I can figure out which runway we're taking. Man, I haven't forgot about that.
1,000. Few clouds at 16,000. Few clouds at 25,000. Temperature 37. Dew point 16. Altimeter 2980. Arriving runway 7 right. 8. Departing runway 7 left. 8. Visual approaches in use. ILS runway 7 right and ILS runway 8 approach use.
8.
Simultaneous approaches to parallel runways in use. VFR departures contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and holdboard instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information, Victor.
Okay,
Phoenix
guys.
Sky Harbor International Airport.
Victor
Aegis
is
information,
current.
Victor. 2353 Zulu. Wind 320 at 4. Visibility.
Okay, Victor's current. And let's see here. Let's also do something here. Get the old rusty dusty passengers going here. We do have 45 packs on board, and we're starting our Pack X right now, so let's get that going here. And let's see here, checklist, FMS, ground ops. All right, we'll need to come in here and get the weights all correct. So we're doing 7,800 pounds of fuel, which includes 500 extra pounds of fuel that I put on at pilot's discretion. So let's jump right in here really quick and get the weight and balance, because this is a place that you can do the weight and balance on this here. So we'll bring it right up to 78 payload weight, and I'm using this off of the operational flight plan here. Let's see here. Okay, total payload weight is 11.4. That's good enough there. Let's see if we can get it down. There we go. 11.4 is good. So we'll be flying at a total weight of 47,064 pounds. We do have our 7,800 pounds of fuel in there, which is copacetic. So let's go ahead and log that in and apply those changes. And let's make sure our track IR is working good. And now we'll just double check everything, make sure it went into the aircraft okay. All right, 39 and 39. Yep, that's the 7,800 pounds right there. So we knew that took it. So now, before I get going, let me check out everybody here. Sir Bernie Helm, nice sharing, my brother. Hey, appreciate you guys for checking in. Again, we're gonna make it happen, guys. Now, don't forget this aircraft is very kind of quirky when it comes to the MCDU. So pretty much you get when you do your cruise altitude, you want to put it right here. And then we're going to go right in here to the departure. And
on behalf of the cabin crew, I'd like to welcome you aboard our flight.
Let's see here. So let's go back to this index and initialize.
And smaller items underneath the seat in front of you.
There we go.
Finding a location for any of your carry-on items.
Okay, now we're going to start that all over again. It kept our cruising altitude. Let's go back to MCDU index, departure. And that's funny that this is in there. I don't know what this is about, so that's different. So the departure airport is definitely not that, so that's something that's new. I haven't seen that before.
If you're in an emergency exit row, please read the exit seating responsibilities in the card in the seat back in front of you. If you're not able to comply with these actions,
okay, there we go. We're going to select runway 8.
Feel free to use your cell phones during the rest of the boarding process, but we do ask that
And
laptops,
the SID
tablets,
that we're
and any
departing
other
on
larger
today,
electronic
guys,
devices are stowed once we
happens
depart
to
from
be
the Thank you, and welcome aboard.
the Zephyr 2. So we'll definitely need to go to the next page, and all the way at the bottom one, bada bing, bada
We're
boom.
ready to go when you are.
Select that bad boy, and of course it already gives you the Rasta transition. Now we can come back to the departure, and then
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 318 with service to Nevada.
I
Our
believe
flight
it
time will be
requires us to
roughly
put 2
1
points
hour
anyway, so this
and
kind of works out.
26 minutes. Please note the cabin door is now closed.
So let's go
We
to
ask
the
that you
arrival
make sure that all devices
airport
are in
will be
airplane mode
Reno.
and your larger devices are now shut down and stowed. If you have not already, please fasten your seatbelt and verify that it's low and
And
tight
based
across
off
your
of the
lap.
winds in
Your tape
Reno,
tables and
let's
seatbacks
check
must
those
be in
right
the
now,
full upright
guys.
and locked position for departure. Flight attendants, please prepare cabin for departure and cross-check.
Okay, Reno is 270. 270 southern runway. I'm assuming we're going to be taking like 16, right? So let's go ahead and select the star, which is going to be the Rusmay 2. Select that bad boy. No transitions, which is fine. Okay, and let's go ahead and select the runway, which I believe will be 16, right? Let's pull up our charts here, just to make sure we are good to go, you know what I mean? Alright, next, and boom, airport. Boy, man, when you haven't done this for a couple weeks, boy, you sure get rusty. Okay, so the terminal's on here. The last I remember, this runway here was out of service, so we're going to assume it's 16, right? We'll take the ILS for that, so let's close that down. And if it changes, we'll try to do our best to switch it up in the air. This FMS always gives you, okay, we'll do the ILS, of course. Select that, and we're going to take it from, let's see, winds. There's really no right answer here. ILS 16, right? Let's check out this approach here. Let's see, we'll just do ILS X. Okay, we'll do the ILS Yankee 16, right? And again, this is going to be subject to change. Of course, be my luck, they're going to be landing north. So I believe we will just basically go all the way out here to, because this is basically straight in. And what we'll do is if we need to make any other alterations, see here's the ILS 16 right Yankee. So we'll do this one, and then of course we can make changes if we need to. So that should be good. Now we need to add the rest of our points in. So now you go to route and you want to do add route points. Pay attention up here, because the routes you add in, it's either a fix, NDB, airport, or VOR. Well, we're going to be mainly worried about VOR and fixes. So after Rasta, it's Dovey, and that's a fix. So let's program that in. Again, this FMC, you're either going to love it or hate it. Okay, we'll save that one. The second point is going to be a VOR, so you got to pay attention. So now we just switch it to VOR, and it's Bravo Tango Yankee. And we'll save that. And then the last one is going to be Keno. That would be the transition if there would be. Oh, and that's a fix, by the way, so let's switch that up. It's funny how you have to do that to kind of make it understand. Now that that's done, we can pretty much get out of here. This either requires 2 or 3 points in order for this whole thing to work. Now, in order to see your progress in terms of your flight plan loaded, you're going to have to just execute. Now you can go to the flight plan and everything should be here. Now what we want to do is check the departure. And I'm curious, this Alpha 163, what is that all about? But we'll figure that out here in a second. It's like it was giving us that automatically. So our departure, and trust me guys, I'll be checking you out. I'm just trying to get us out of here. We're leaving on the Zephyr 2. Oops, this is definitely not what I wanted. Our departure is the Zephyr 2. And let us take a look at these. Okay, there's Rasta. Okay, Zephyr. So leaving. See if we can catch the narrative here. Okay, direct to Sparky. Okay, or Spacky. There it is. Oops. It's not what I wanted to do. Let's get rid of that. Spacky, Goalie, Jolar. It's funny, this Alpha 163, I'm not quite sure what that is, but we'll make sure we're direct to that. And yeah, it's looking good. Transfer out to Zephyr, then Dovey. Bada bing, bada boom. Check the next page. Rusmy. There's Keno, Rusmy Peons. Let's see, after Rusmy Peons, where is this coming from? After Rusmy. Okay, this is the Rusmy 2, so Keno. Okay, it looks good. Alright, now what you guys will notice here too is that everything is here. Oddly enough, there we go. So it's got 2 of those in there, so we got to kind of figure that out. But that's probably just a taxi right there is what I'm assuming. So we're not going to worry too much about it, because this is primarily the one you want to keep happy. Now that that's done, we're going to come back over to the MCDU index, and now we need to get our performance situation going here. Let's see, current trim 1 up. We will probably take off flaps 9, because here in Phoenix the runways are definitely ample enough. Let's see, we're planning runway 8, 11,000. Yeah, we could definitely take off this level of flaps. So trims required is 7 up. So let's get our trims. As you can see, it's moving now.
Trim.
Boom. So that gives us basically our takeoff trims, which we already have that set. And it's already got our cruise altitude in there. Speed Mach. Let's do, one thing about this aircraft, what I'll tell you is that if you are going to, even though it can do a certain speed, if you're going too fast and you try to descend it, it won't descend, simply because the airframe is so light that it'll keep a lot of lift in it. So that's one thing I do remember here. Now here's the cool thing about it. You can also do your COM 1 and COM 2 from here or here, but we'll do it from here. We'll definitely be checking the ATIS again, so let's go ahead and get our ground south or north. Okay, so if this is east and this is west, we are definitely see Terminal 3. I believe we are on the south side over here. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, we're on the north side. So north side is 1975. So let's get that plugged on up in there, folks. And then I'm going to check you guys out. If you guys are causing the trouble in the chat, which is what I hope.
5.
Let's check it out here. Alright, everybody's behaving right now, so that's a good thing. Alright, 1975 for that. Let's also get the tower. We're taking 8, so 18.7. Because there's no way he's going to give me the other side. That wouldn't make any sense to taxi all over there. This is Pilotedge, though, so we need to make sure we're on our P's and Q's. Stream's looking amazing, the Aviation Geek says. Hey, I really appreciate you, man. Man, Av Geek, I always appreciate all of the support. Alright, don't forget, guys, we got to get this TCAS situation going on here. So let's see, TCAS. I gotta remember why. Okay, here's the TCAS right here. And TCAS is 6257. So let's get that in there.
For 7 Juliet Whiskey, I can set that up for you if that's what you'd like.
All right, 6257 is in there. And we might as well just go
for the visual approach, the lowest I can get you there is 13000. If that'll work for you, I can get you set up.
That means we have to adhere to the altitude and speed restrictions. So top altitude for this SID is
present heading descend
8,000. So let's go ahead and now here's another way that we can make this happen. You can come here. The cool thing about this one has the autopilot, so the target altitude is going to be 8,000. So we can go ahead and set that up, as well as let's see, climb on a heading of 078. So let's go ahead and get our runway heading up as well. Target heading is going to be 078. So it's kind of nice that we're able to do this. Now the only other difference is I found out doing it from here is a little strange. So I'm going to come up here. And actually, we're going to set up our vertical profile. So first thing we need to do is make sure this thing is on the FMS. And it should be the same for both sides, which it is. So it's on the FMS. Now what we want to do is make sure our flight directors are on, guys. Now we can set up our initial climb. And let's just double check the star here. Or I'm sorry, the SID. Okay, above 5,000, max 230. But we're coming sparky, so we need to be below 9,000, which that's not a problem. And there's no speed restrictions here at all as we depart the Phoenix area. So let's go ahead. What I'm going to do now is set up our vertical profile, and you see that's going up already. So we're going to set up, and in order to set up the vertical profile, you use the speed here is what's going to determine how many feet per minute. So we'll do right around 2,300 feet per minute. Let's come over here with the track IR on here and verify that 2,300 feet per minute. And the altimeter was 2980, but of course we're also going to be switching that up based off the ATIS, which actually we should just go ahead and get now again.
Phoenix. Temperature 37.
7 Juliet was turn right heading 160.
Altimeter 2980. Arriving runway 7 right. 8. Departing runway 7 left. 8. Visual approaches in use. ILS runway 7 right and ILS runway 8 approach in use. Simultaneous approaches to parallel runways in use. VFR departures contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Victor.
Colorado Springs, altimeter 3025.
Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. ATIS information, Victor.
Okay, Victor is the business. Now, guys, we're going to be traveling at flight level. Let's come to the bottom. We're going to be traveling at flight level 340 on this first one. So let's get our elevation in there.
5 Lima Mike, where would you like the approach from? That could make the difference.
There we go. And we are all good to go. Let's also double check one thing here, folks. We want to make sure that we are not going to be pushing back onto an active taxiway, which we're not. We're right in this little situation here. So we're good to go, guys. So now let's go ahead and turn our red beacon on. And let's get the APU going.
5 Lima Mike, Roger. You can proceed direct Ohape, and I'll have you over to Salt Lake before you get the approach clearance.
All right, APU is coming on board. And you can see it right here, guys. That's what we're looking at. We're waiting for it to get into the green. We are 100%. We got our trim squared away. Let's look up top now that APU is on. And the APU generator should have connected automatically. Let's get all these to the north position.
7 Juliet with turn right now heading.
Boom. We'll leave this off here. We'll get the bleeds on. The gasper is in the auto position, so I don't think we even have to mess with that in order to start the engines. And guys, I think we're pretty much ready to go.
Mike's going to maintain 12,000.
Let's come here. You can see here on our MFD that all of our doors are closed. Now, you guys can see the terrain is on. Terrain is really not an issue here. So let's come here. Airports, we could take off of there. VORs, we can take off of there. TCAS is good. Let's come back here. And I believe the terrain button is up here, so let's just turn that off for now, guys. There we go. So we have something super clear, and then this up and down arrow is going to be the range. So there we go.
5 Lima Mike, this is going to maintain 10,000.
Okay.
6257 33.25.
Now, if you guys want to run a checklist on this thing, there is a checklist here that you can run.
Juliet Whiskey Eagle Airport, 2 o'clock, 4 miles.
Before start. Emergency lights are
7
armed.
Juliet Whiskey firm, 2 o'clock, and about 5 miles after the Eagle Airport.
External lights, let's see, where's our emergency lights?
7 Juliet Whiskey cleared, visual.
I feel like I didn't turn those on. Okay, here they go. Yeah, they weren't armed. Okay, they are now.
And if I was stepped on, that means someone
else.
Fuel
panel is set. Power plant panel, electric pumps 1 and 2. Here's our engine pumps here, 1 and 2. They're in the auto position. Pack signs, ice protection panel, air conditioning panel, so air conditioning panel here. Thrust levels are in the idle position.
For 7 Juliet Mike, Connect Springs approach 124.
Pressurization panel we did, which is at the lower panel where we set the altitude. FMS is set. Fuel quantity was checked.
Springs approach,
doors and windows are closed.
Juliet Mike, 17,700
power on. Red beacon is on.
Lima.
Passenger signs and no smoking is on. So we're doing good there. And now let's go ahead and get the ground equipment moved.
52 Lima Mike, Salt Lake Center. Roger. The vernal altimeter is...
And it automatically goes off when you turn AP1. But anyway, you want to check it anyway.
3012
Zato is in the house, man. What is crack-a-lackin'? Alright, guys, so let's go ahead. See, park and brake is most certainly up, so let's go ahead and do our push.
Okay, a push cart is on it.
And let's put the, take the park and brake off.
7 Juliet Mike, expect the visual approach 17 right, just let me know if you'd like something else.
That is the gate moving.
Expecting the visual for 17 right, 7 Juliet Mike.
Anyway, guys, welcome back. It's good to be streaming again. Like I said, a little rusty here, but hopefully we get past all that. Let me know if you guys here in the are you guys here in the ATC okay? Dre been doing a lot of DCS lately. When we doing something together? Hey, anytime, Zato, man. I think 104th Money sent you something letting you know that you can fly with us. There's a button you gotta click and you'll be able to fly with us. So we'll get into that.
547 Juliet Whiskey Eagle Tower, good evening, the wind
06010. You can follow along as I point out the airplane safety features.
Alright, we got PACX and the crew talking there. Alright, so don't mind those folks talking. Okay guys, park and brake is confirmed and set. Let's make sure we're in the takeoff there, but we'll do that again. And the way we start this bird up is you come up top, right click, and hold.
In case of an emergency and we need to evacuate the aircraft, there is lighting on the floor that will guide you towards the engine. In the event of a decompression, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you.
You can see
To start the flow of oxygen,
ignition
pull the
alpha
mask
there.
towards you.
Used as a
Place it
flotation
firmly over your
device.
nose and mouth.
To use
See if I have any view set up for the engine.
Lima Mike, from that angle I can clear you for the street.
Underside of the cushion, then rest your upper body on the cushion.
If you're traveling with a child or someone who requires assistance, secure your mask on first and then
Roger, cleared straight.
keep your mask on until a member of the crew advises you it is safe to remove it.
Okay, while that first engine is coming up,
In the water landing, a life vest is located in
let's
the
double
pouch
check our
underneath
frequencies
or
here.
between the armrest. When instructed to
Okay,
do so, open the
1975
plastic
for
pouch
ground.
and remove the vest.
And tower, we said it's 18.7. Here's our departure frequency.
Pull the strap to tighten.
Now what we want to do is come back over here, guys, look at that perf, and here's our rotation speeds.
If your life vest does not
Okay,
inflate
guys, so
automatically,
we got a
lower
good
the
start
mouth
on the
to
right
control
engine. Let's close this
This vest
cover
is
here.
equipped with a whistle and light. If necessary, your seat could be
Hold it, come down.
secondary
We're going to wait for it to say ignition alpha.
Slip your arms into the straps and hug the cushion to your chest. Please securely
There it
stow your
is.
personal items.
Mission Alpha
Make sure
right
your
there.
seatbelts are fastened and seat backs and tray tables are
Let's
in
get
their
this
full
to
upright position.
2980.
We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the
We'll make
laboratory
sure everything is good to go
prohibited
here
by
in a
law.
second.
All of this
Let's
information
come up
can be
top
found
and make
in
sure
the
our
front
hydraulics are
location in the
on.
seat back in front of you. Please read it and let a
Hydraulic
cabin member
pumps
know
are
if you have
on.
any questions. Thank you
Fuel
for flying
pumps are
American,
on.
We hope you enjoy your flight.
Then we'll turn the bleeds off here in a second once the engines are fully started up and stabilized and get the packs going. Let's also take this into the nav. Well, now we have our vertical speed. Remember, guys, this thing absolutely does not have
Number 7 Juliet Whiskey Roger into the ramp via Alpha.
it doesn't have auto throttles. However, we will be doing a speed climb here once we get up in the air, or even flight level change. We'll do it, and it'll hold the speed that we select. Hopefully, if I remember correctly. Let's also get our flaps down a notch. We want the flaps to 9.
Colorado Springs approach November
Okay,
297
flaps
Juliet
are
Mike. We'd like to
selected
request
to 9
the RNAV
and indicating now at this
right.
point. Let's go ahead and get the APU off now, guys. So
7
now we
Juliet
can turn
Mike,
the bleed off. We can turn the engine bleeds on, get the packs on, guys, and the windshield heat, and get the APU off, guys. Everything else is looking good up top. Let's make sure we don't have any alerts. Let's close that dust cover there. Beacon nav is on. All right, now I can't remember if this one allows us to do a flight controls check. Let's see, ECS. Okay, well, I believe it'll let us do the
7 Juliet Mike. Did you want that approach from anywhere particular, or just vectors onto the final line?
Hydraulics, pressure.
Vectors to final is perfectly fine. 7 Juliet Mike.
You can't remember if this thing has a indicator for the flight controls moving. As far as I don't think it does.
5-2 Limo Mike. I have no traffic observed between you and the field. Radar
no problem. So let's just do our manual flight controls check.
In the air with me. You're on the
And
ground
with
on
that being said, Spot and Simon Dre's in the building. What up, man? What's up with you, big dog? Zato says I switched over to the standalone open beta. Eventually, as a standalone, I heard it's better. Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Big up to everybody, guys. Let's go ahead and get these controls on. You guys know I'm rusty here, so you got to work with me. Okay, they are free and clear for you guys to observe. Okay, now let's go full up, full down, aileron left, and aileron right, neutral. Okay, let's get my feet on these rudder pedals here. Hopefully we still know how to fly this thing. That's the funny thing. And let's check that ATIS one more time, make sure it's still Victor.
Victor 23530.
It is.
With
Phoenix Ground American 318 is pushed back from gate Bravo 4. Information Victor is ready to taxi.
American 318 Phoenix Ground runway 8. Taxi via Charlie 10 Bravo.
Runway 8, Charlie 10 Bravo, American 318. Thanks a lot. Alright, so Charlie 10 Bravo. So let's just see what that looks like for our driving purposes. Here's Charlie 10. So we're going to do a left face, come all the way over here, not to Charlie, but we'll pass Charlie, make a left on Bravo. And when they don't give you anything, you're going to go full length. So we'll come all the way to Bravo 1. So with that being said, what we're going to do now is we are going to tap the rudders. And obviously, let's do rudder right, rudder left. And guys, let's get out of here. Alright, and of course, she's already rolling. So let's go ahead and make sure we get that taxi light on. And get out of here, folks. It's like it's a beautiful day here in Phoenix, that's for sure. Have to check shadow and green light out. Before we depart, we'll make sure that we most certainly have the direct to Spanky or Spanky, whatever it is, to make sure we get rid of those weird points that we had first. And welcome aboard, guys. This is American Flight 318 with service to Reno. If dispatch gives us another tasking, we will take it at that time, meaning we'll see if we're doing another leg, basically. This is basically my welcome back stream for being out of the business here for about 2.5, 3 weeks due to my house sale here, guys. So here we go. Okay, this will be Charlie 10, and then we're gonna do a left on Bravo.
Southwest 323, cross Hubbo at and maintain 16,000, Reno, altimeter 3009er.
And you guys better be careful with this thing too. This thing has got these engines on here are definitely adequate for this aircraft. That is 100% for sure. I don't even remember how well my Reno, I know I got some custom scenery in Reno, so hopefully it looks right. Alright, here we go. Let's get a little view here so I can see what you guys are talking about. Spawn and Sam and Dre, do you on Pilotedge or VATSIM? This is Pilotedge for now. But if we do another leg, I can always switch over to VATSIM. So that's what it is. Spawn and Salmon in the house.
Horizon 2122, connect Portland approach 118.14.
Approach Horizon 2122.
Very nice day here in Phoenix, guys, that's for sure.
With information India.
Horizon 2122, Portland approach, altimeter 3003.
I don't even know why I did it. I should have just flown on VATSIM. Probably going to get in trouble somehow, some type of way.
3003 and
alright, we are good to go so far.
Available for the southbound.
In flying time's about an hour and 26 minutes.
2122, no problem.
Phoenix to Reno. We are not expecting any weather, of course. And I have to remember that I don't need to start the clock. This thing will start the clock on its own for sure. And as soon as I get airborne, I'll read more in the chat, folks. That is for sure. You can see downtown Phoenix there. So don't forget, when we get to the base of runway, when we switch our frequencies over, that we need to double check that we go direct Spanky, and I'll show you guys how to do that so that we get the right navigation information here. Alright, folks. Quite a long taxiway, because pretty much where we were parked, it was on the it was already on the east side. So
Juliet Mike, maintain 9,000.
Down at 9,000, 7 Juliet Mike.
So once we get airborne and make sure we're not getting yelled at, then we will most certainly I'll check out the chat there.
Horizon Air 2122, turn right heading 010 vectors for the airport. Descend and maintain 3000.
At 010, 3000, Horizon Air 2122.
Great Aviation in the house. Fire Horse in the house. Big up. Thank you guys for joining the stream, and I will read the comments there a little bit more in depth once we get this bad boy up in the air. There is a little bit of terrain maybe I should be worried about, so let's get our terrain radar on there. We already have TCAS. Alright, let's pipe those engines down a little bit since we are coming to the end of the
Southwest
taxiway.
323, level 16,000, information Yankee.
Southwest 323 NorCal approach, Reno altimeter 3009, expect visual approach, runway 34 left.
We'll expect a visual 34 left, Southwest 323.
Southwest 323, turn right heading 0, let's make it heading 100 vectors for the airport, descend and maintain 12000.
Right, 100 down to 12000, Southwest 323.
Does feel good to be back in X-Plane, that's for sure. Alright, let's hold short here just for a second. Obviously, we got to call tower anyway. And just holding those toe brakes. Let me look at the flight path here. Okay, and it looks like, we'll see. We'll make sure we're going to go direct. Okay, it hasn't highlighted this just yet. So, what we can do is hit this direct. See, MCD.
666 Delta.
Yes, you got to go to progress over here. Flight plan. Now we'll go one down and we'll hit direct. There we go. So now we're definitely direct. And now we can come back over here. We want to be on our performance page.
Received. Thanks. Have a good night.
And actually, I'll take that back. Let's go to radio and switch it over. Now we'll put our departure frequency of 19.2 in.
7 Juliet, Mike, flight 360 vectors approach.
Let me come up here as well and
heading 360 vectors for approach, 7 Juliet, Mike.
Let's turn this because this thing gets kind of loud. There we go, about right there. Get rid of that. There we go. She's going to get loud once we get ready to go. Phoenix Tower, American 318 on Bravo 1, holding short, runway 8, ready for departure.
American 318, Phoenix Tower, wind 320 at 4, runway 8, clear for takeoff.
Runway 8, clear for takeoff, American 318. Alright guys, you know the deal. Strobes on, landing lights on, double check. Flaps are at 9. We have our pitch trims confirmed at 7. Again, now we can come back to the performance here and just double check our trim settings. 7 up, and we have 7 up, flaps 9. Flaps 9 is indicated, spoilers are closed. The strobe, beacon on, landing lights, taxis on, and of course, flight crew is briefed. Let's go flying, guys. Final looks clear.
Capital clearance. Good evening. Citation November 554 Bravo is on the ground. Capital here ready to copy IFR to Stockton.
Stockton, California. Hey, I'm not that far from there now.
For 554 Bravo, Capital clearance clear to the Stockton Airport via radar vectors Tracy intersection. That's Tango, Romeo, Alpha, Sierra, Yankee, then direct. Maintain 7,000, departure frequency 127.4, squawk 6541.
Clear to Stockton, radar vectors to Tracy, then direct up to 7,000, departure 127.4, squawk 6541, citation 54 Bravo.
54 Bravo, read back, correct.
Another thing you want to make sure is that you got this in the takeoff profile, which we do. And let's go flying. Takeoff power is set.
Southwest 323, you can expect a vector across the final there just for the terrain to the west.
Roger, Southwest 223.
80 knots.
Roger, 2122, we have to Pilotedge.
Rise near 2122, roger, good visual approach from 828 left.
Good visual to left, rise man, 21.
And V1, and rotate.
7 Juliet Mike, turn left, heading 270.
Left 2707 Juliet Mike.
Here's coming up. Perfect. All right, flaps coming up. And let's engage that autopilot fairly quick. Stay on those flight directors, and let's go to climb power. And there is no speed restriction. We can go right over to flight level change. So she'll pitch down, pitch for 240. And guys, we definitely have takeoff.
All right. 22, connect Portland Tower 123.77.
Level 2377, rise 2122.
7 Juliet Mike, turn left heading 200.
2007 Juliet Mike.
All right, guys, we do have a takeoff. Let's get rid of those flight controls. You don't need that anymore. Up and away.
Turn right heading 170.
Yeah, Gray Aviation has been a minute. Zato says, nice takeoff. Appreciate you, Zato. We just trying our best here. Thank you, baby. My baby says beautiful takeoff, my love. Thank you, baby.
Established on the final approach course, clear.
We're trying here.
7 right approach.
And guys, we got basically in the climb profile, altitude selected for 8,000, maintaining 240 knots on course here. And
visual to left.
Arrives here 2122 Portland Tower. Good evening.
You should be switching us over here in a second.
Good left to left, rise 2122.
American 318, connect Phoenix departure.
Over to Phoenix departure, American 318, see it.
Southwest 323, descend and maintain 9,000.
9,000, Southwest 323.
Phoenix departure, American 318, checking in 7,600, climbing the ascent.
American 318, Phoenix departure to contact, climb maintain flight level 210.
Up to flight level 210 for American 318.
Southwest 323, turn right heading 260.
Right, 260, Southwest 323.
All right.
Juliet Mike, connect Springs Tower 119.9er.
9.9er, 7 Juliet Mike.
I believe he gave us 210.
Colorado Springs Tower, November 297 Juliet Mike, 8,700 on the
It's only giving us that because we're below 10,000.
7 Juliet Mike, Springs Tower, good evening, 1130 at 7, runway 17 right, clear to land.
17 right, clear to land, 7 Juliet Mike.
Southwest 323, turn right heading 350.
Right, 350, Southwest 323.
So this one wasn't structural, it was just because this aircraft doesn't like it when you're below, 10,000. Make sure you're at 240, but we can increase that now. And Phoenix departure, American 318, we're just reconfirming we were given flight level 210, correct?
American 318, affirmative.
Thank you, sir. Alright, so 210, and you can see there should be a little bit of terrain there, so...
Capital ground citation number 554.
We are at 10,000. Slide the lights off.
554 Bravo, Capital ground, runway 17 right, taxi by Alpha.
17 right by Alpha, citation 54 Bravo.
This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. If you wish to connect to the Wi-Fi, you'll be directed to a page named Small Station
Beautiful view there, guys.
We do offer complimentary in-flight communications to our partners. Connect to the Wi-Fi and you'll be able to access our wide range of free live streams.
Southwest 323, Reno Airport, 12 o'clock, 13 miles.
Inside Southwest 323.
Southwest 323, visual approach, runway 34 left.
That's the visual, 34 left, Southwest 323.
We're climbing about 270 there. Now remember, when we come out of the climb or the flight level change, what happens is it takes it back over. Let's get rid of that terrain. It's a no factor. And let's increase our range here. See, the flight crew is, Captain Crew is busy at it. That is what is up, guys. Thanks for riding along today on this Monday. And again, yes, I know this is probably quite loud. Let's turn those sounds down just a little bit. About halfway.
I feel it's been a while.
Aviation Geek says, awesome departure. Appreciate you.
Okay, man.
Maybe up here we can turn it up just a little bit.
X318, connect Albuquerque Center 134.32.
Albuquerque Center 34.32 for American 318.
Southwest 323.
All right, 34.32.
Rudder Tower, Southwest 323, so long. Reno Tower, good afternoon, Southwest 323, about 8 miles to the south. Information Yankee, 34 left.
Southwest 323, Reno Tower, good evening, wind 26015.19, runway 34 left, clear to land.
Good evening, Albuquerque Center, American 318, checking in with you, 15,800, climbing flight level 210.
American 318, Albuquerque Center, good evening, climb and maintain flight level 340.
Up to flight level 340, American 318. Alright guys, so here's another way. If you can come here to the MCDU or the CDU, go to autopilot, and the target altitude, we just simply need to type in 34,000, and bada bing, bada boom, accepted. There is no knob turning, and as you can see now in our primary flight display, target altitude is flight level 340. Everything remains the same. We'll keep climbing at 270 for now, no big deal. And of course you can also see that we're in the climb profile as far as our engine thrust rating here. Looking good. Flaps are up and clean, indicating and selected, of course. Gear is up and clean. And we are on our way to Reno. To Reno we go. And you can see, remember what I told you, this is the wonderful thing about this aircraft. We don't need to start the clock. I'm assuming the way it's designed, if it works in the real life, pressure comes off the wheels, either that or the engine rating, the thrust activates it. I'm assuming it may be either the speed of the wheels or pressure coming off the landing gear, and it starts the clock automatically. Either way, it's a big help. We don't have to worry about it. We are cruising right along now, and I believe we can get some tunes in here. Thanks, Aviation Geek. Awesome departure, man. Good to be back with you guys for sure. And let's get some tunes bumping up in here. I believe we started the song, but we'll restart it again. Happy Monday to everybody. And hopefully we have a good ride into the Reno area, guys. Let's go ahead and come to the back here for a hot second. Pull this up, and we can get rid of anything that says Phoenix now, because we sure don't need those charts anymore. Okay, Reno.
We're 7 Juliet Mike, roger, ramp via Alpha, you can remain this frequency. Have a good night.
This is our approach here. Localizer 110 heading 164, so 110.9 and 164, 110.9. Same thing for the other side. And of course, that's subject to change, guys. I'm just assuming that's the runway. Okay, 110.9. And let's see, I do believe it lets us put a course heading in there as well. Let's see, altitude, target, vertical speed. Okay, the core setting we'll have to put in on our own. Okay, we got 110.9 in there. It won't change now, but what we'll do is once we're on a straight line, we'll hit the nav button there, switch it over really quick, and switch up the core setting there, of course.
For 554 Bravo Capital Tower, fly heading 120, runway 17 right, clear for takeoff.
Okay, I guess you won't climb any faster than that.
For 6 Delta Whiskey, descend at.
It's fine, we got about 9,300 to go, so no big deal there, guys.
Discretion down to 16,000.
11 minutes into it, and we are cruising, guys.
We could get the ILS Zulu from Moss. That would be great.
Okay, everything looks like it's working out for us so far. Hopefully I give you guys an okay landing.
Southwest 322.
And that's right, man. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, for sure.
You can remain this frequency. Have a good day.
All right. We are cooking with the Crisco. Let me start slashing out information on my little notepad here. Get a little sip of water, man. It's a lot of pressure flying for you guys.
Delta Whiskey, Clitterick Moss.
All right. Apparently there's some issues with the Grand Canyon scenery, which a lot of my sceneries has been issues with simply because once I had to reinstall X-Plane, you know, months ago when I didn't know what was going on. It turned out it was my external hard drive had an issue, but in the troubleshooting process, I reinstalled X-Plane, and since then some of these sceneries have been acting up. I think some of the times, you know, the same libraries I have in there, because I never deleted them, they stayed on an external hard drive, but I think sometimes it's looking for an older library or something and it doesn't do it. Aviation Geek says a lot of pressure on the Pilotedge. You ain't lying. So far we haven't getting yelled at, so let's do a little. We probably will get yelled at, but I'm okay with it, man. I haven't, you know, it's funny, your brain switches gears when you're, you know, like I said, I was just so target focused on getting my family moved, selling the house, doing the 10,000 billion documents you got to do to actually sell your home, and you know, getting the family transition into the new house, kids in school and all that good stuff, figuring out the different things that you got to do to make sure that, you know, your home is taken care of as far as lights, water, trash, all that stuff. And so flying just wasn't on the priority list, but it is now. Spent quite a bit of time last night, you know, getting my green screen back up and my studio lights and cameras and all that stuff. So Aviation Geek says hopefully you get what you asked for the house. You know what? It was the blessing. We had to be a little bit competitive with the price because the interest rates kept going up, but we were blessed to get what we got for the house. So it's kind of like, whoop, we can relax a little bit now, and we're really loving this town where I live in. All my mother's here, basically, not at the exact same town, but only like 10 minutes away. My mother and her husband, my nieces and nephews, who are basically all grown, except one of my nephews, he's still senior in high school. My older brother's here, got cousins about 30 miles away, so we're kind of back in a situation where my family, we were always in California, but California being the third largest state in the United States, you know, there's a lot of mileage that was between us.
NorCal departure, a radar.
And we're all kind of right here now, centralized, so they're happy, we're happy. The town is just a breath of fresh air because it's not as busy as it is in Southern California. And if anybody who lives in SoCal has been in Southern California, you know, man, it's go all the time. So so it's a pleasure to be able to be back streaming with you guys, and hopefully the big break is over.
Look at our Tracy.
How are those sounds coming out? Can you guys hear ATC? Can you hear the music? Nothing's overbearing. Let me know. Yeah, I know that's what you were talking about, Aviation Geek. Talking about getting the selling price we were asking for. Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. The selling price of what we asked for. Like I said, we had to sell it a little bit more competitively because... So meaning we had to come down. Oh, thanks, Aviation Geek says sounds are good. We had to kind of not come all the way down the price, but make it a competitive price, just because what was happening was buyers that were interested in the house, they weren't able to, who were pre-qualified, the interest rates kept going up, which meant they had to redo basically their whole qualification based off the interest rates, which means interest rates go up, the amount that you're getting pre-qualified for goes down, obviously, because you're worried about the interest rate. So it was, you know, a challenge for some of the buyers to even qualify to buy our house. Our house is quite expensive. So Aviation Geek says, I saw a double wide trailer for $200,000. I will forget that. Right? That's a lot of money for a double wide trailer, man. That is a lot of the dineros, you know what I mean? For a double wide. Let me turn my volume up for the ATC so I don't make sure, that I'm not missing them. Because we don't want no trouble on the Pilotedge, man. We want zero trouble. So speaking of that, let's look at our climb. We're almost there. And you can see, you know, she is in that climb profile, so it was a good thing to keep it here for the climb, because you can see she pitched down significantly lower than she was before. So we're just about, looks like at right around 900, between 800 and 900 feet per minute here on course. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to sync up that heading. And we will most certainly get our... Here, let's fix this view up a little bit. I don't like the way it was looking, man. Okay, let's get this bad boy here and save it.
Camera is saved.
Alright, less than 1,000 to go till our top of climb, guys. Better be fireproof and bulletproof for 200,000. You ain't lying. And come with a free yard service and a security guard. I know that's right. You can say that again. Alright,
18 for Bravo, connect NorCal approach 120.905.
18 mile or 18 minutes into this flight, man, and we are doing good. It gets pretty loud back here, so just because those engines are literally like right behind us. Let's see if we can get a look at one. Look at that thing. Boy, that's beautiful. That's why it's so loud.
24 Golf Victor, yeah.
Right here.
Good evening, make straight in runway 27, reported 3 miles an hour.
It's not as loud right here. Gorgeous view, wouldn't you guys say? Alright, Reno, here we come.
554 Bravo, NorCal approach, roger. Stock altimeter is 29900. Do you have an approach request?
Yeah, man, Aviation Geek houses are expensive. It says he should remodel and sell. Yeah, well, it's a scary thing now, like I said, man, because of those interest rates. You know, you got to make sure these buyers can qualify to buy the asking price that you're asking for, because it does make a big difference. So it is what it is.
For Bravo, roger, clear visual approach to stock.
All right, let's get back up and double check, because once we get to our cruising altitude, a little bit of turbulence there. Okay, now that we have reached flight level 340, you can see the plane is kind of balancing out. We need to go on the cruise profile now. Alright, engines just got put into the cruise profile there. So she must be pretty heavy because she's struggling to pick up a little more speed. Her throttle's wide open right now in the cruise profile here. As you can see here, this will indicate the cruise profile. The anti-ice is on automatically, which is a good thing. I've been watching a lot of air disasters, and man, anti-icing has brought a lot of planes down. So even though the weather is clear, and if you guys have seen one of my streams, I think I was flying an A321. We hit some icing conditions. It was basically clear skies like that. It was partly cloudy, and I had to use that side stick to get that thing back under control. But we did it, but we don't want to run into anything like that. So anti-icing is on the auto position. And let's look and see if we can pull up the ATIS here.
In a few moments, we'll be starting our in-flight meal service. Please look in
your
back for our
ATIS
menu, and one of our crew members will stop by shortly your order. If you would like to order additional menu items, please hit the flight attendant call button at any time, and we'll be over shortly to assist.
Definitely too far out to get it, but nonetheless, you can see we got some cruising in there. We got 85 to W and 124. Assuming we're still taking 16 right, the final approach course is 164, so I'll show you how we do it. Again, you want to make sure you're on a straight line. Go ahead and sync up that heading. Heading is synced up. We'll go to the heading mode really quick, and we'll go to nav. Now we'll put the course in 164. Guys, you can see that now. 164 is in there. Now what we can do, guys, is come right back to the FMS and back onto the nav. Generally didn't skip a beat there. So now we have our final approach course in. If anything changes, we will get it changed accordingly, of course. And we're riding along. Ooh, there you go again, Aviation Geek, with your country ham. That's what I'm talking about. You always make it sound good. Just the fact that you add the word country ham, you know it's from the South. It's not like somebody's been doing something special with that ham. Get on it, big dog. Get on it. And we'll have to definitely keep an eye on our speed here. Get us a rusty dusty flyby on here. He said he could eat a whole pig, lips included. Now that's hungry.
Wind 130 at 3 runway 27, clear to land.
Alright, you can see she's still climbing a little speed there.
The Stockton Airport radar services terminating, cancel the IFR near with me. You're on the ground on 122.2, change to advisory frequency approved. IFR Bravo cancellation, received, squawk VFR, good night.
Alright. Moving along. You know, I was going...
LA Center 133.2.
Los Angeles Center 33.2. Thanks for ATC, we'll see you. Alright, 33.2.
For 50262, circle approach, John Wayne altimeter 2988.
Good evening, Los Angeles Center, American 318. Checking in with you, flight level 340.
American 3539 Whiskey Circle approach, Roger.
My baby says she's beautiful.
American 318 Los Angeles Center, Roger.
My baby says she's beautiful. Thank you, honey. Appreciate you. And Chief Sim Pilot, another content creator, y'all checking in. Quick stop through such a busy evening. We'll return, but big up for now. Hey, thanks, Chief, man. Thanks for stopping in, brother. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, so far she's handling pretty good. Anyway, I was going to do a longer run today. I was going to take the 787 out of Orlando and take it to Princess Juliana. Which eventually I will do that run. Yeah, Chief, if you did something, sorry, I'm going to have to go back and check it on the replay. I was so busy trying to get the kids home from school with the wife and do all that good stuff that I didn't check YouTube at all to see who was on. But you know, I'll go back and check you out, big dog. Hope all is well in Ohio.
Direct Santa Barbara Airport, advising you have it in sight.
Aviation Geek says he's on everybody's stream.
Discretion maintained.
Hey, we like that though, Aviation Geek. That's almost unlimited, even though it's limited, entertainment for you, big dog. I'm not mad at you at all.
1 Delta Bravo heading 130.
And we as the streamers, we appreciate you in the stream, man. You got a good sense of humor too, big dog, so you always make it enjoyable to fly, man, along with everybody else. All right, so anybody got any big plans for this week? What's everybody doing? What you guys got the cooking, man?
Number 1 Delta Bravo is 1 mile from Janet, cleared Isla, Zulu, runway 16 right approach.
Okay, we're at Mach 0.69. She's struggling to get up on speed today. Aviation Geek says, I eat so much, I'm a fat man in a PVC type body. Boy, you silly, Aviation Geek. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. I ain't gonna lie, man, I was stuffing some cookies earlier, man. I was like, whoa. All right. Get your eat on, Aviation Geek. Get your country ham, big dog. Get your country ham. All right. Looks like we're about a 1/4 away through the flight. You know, changing from house to house, obviously there's different setups, space is different, things look different, and but you know, sometimes when you do change, you're able to modify things that weren't working so well in the other setup, and I was able to do that, so that's a blessing. Green Light Auto Brokers is in the house. He says he just made it home. That's what's up, man. Well, welcome home, Green, and welcome to the stream, big dog. Me and Greenlight was on the phone earlier, man. That man had me laughing. As he does. As he does, you know. Just getting a little bit of a stomach workout, all that laughter we had, man. Looking forward to that on the 27th, though, Green. Hopefully, definitely try to make that. That way you can learn me some things. You can learn me some things. Nice. Aviation Geek says, got a mow tomorrow, which I enjoy doing. Funny thing is, the house that I sold, the front was basically plants that came with the house. Nice. They bloom several times a year. The backyard was unfinished, so it was basically a desert back there, all flat. We never did anything with the backyard. got to this house, and the backyard is immaculately done. It's, you know, so I gotta cut grass now, y'all. What you think about that, man? So I'm gonna be mowing too, man. I'm gonna be mowing too. I'm going to be mowing the old grass, man. I like mowing grass, you know. Never hurts to have a little bit of a green thumb. Hey guys, if you're just joining the stream, I want to say big up to you. Thanks for joining us on a Monday night. Here in Pacific time, it is 6:16, which means all the way on the East Coast, it is 9:16. In Central time, it is 8:16. Gotta think about that for a second. Moving right along. Aviation says get you a 0 turn. Yeah, those are nice. Yard is not that big, so it might just be just a regular push mower, maybe with a bag on it. We'll see.
Air 713 Tango, clear visual approach for my 25, contact Santa Barbara Tower 100.7.
Let's see what those winds are doing in Reno now. Same thing, 270, 1627, that's 110 degrees. 34, we might be getting the northern runway actually. Ooh, the winds are gusting to 23 knots.
469 Delta Bravo, contact Van Nuys Tower 100.3.
Could be a northern landing too, guys.
3539 Whiskey, contact Straight Gun approach 134.2. The 3539 Whiskey, Straight Gun approach, Roger. I think you said you had Lima, correct? 39 Whiskey, cross starts at 4,300, cleared on over runway 21 approach.
There's Keno Rusby. I bet you this is going to be a northern arrival. Thing is that spoon is basically right away, so it wouldn't be that hard to make that change anyway. Spoon 210 13,000. Let's make sure that's what we got in the old system here. Let's come in here and see what she says in here. Okay, 280, 13,000, 28, okay, spoon is 210. But we can manage that, but it is the 13,000 or above, which is a good thing.
Also got a departure at a contact.
So there's the star edit, the sit edit. So if we have to edit anything, we'll go right in there and make that happen.
Delta Bravo, Roger. Hold as published and advise when you want to leave the hold. Number 2124, Bakersfield departure at a contact.
Says he's mowing a lawn at the meeting place he goes to. Nice. Some service work I do, and I'm going to paint a deck in about a month or less. Man, sounds like I need you, Aviation Geek, so you can come over here and help me do some work. I'm just messing with you. I'm pretty hands-on. I like doing those projects as well. Got a little turn coming up here. Nothing like seeing water in the desert. Let's come out here, guys, and see what we got popping. Kind of loud out here. Does look good. I got one big deck and two small decks around back to paint. Nice. Very nice. Look at those contrails right there. Let's get one more of those. Moving. Let's check this other side out here. Give the old right side a chance every now and then. You know, I feel like I kept going to the left side. You know what I mean? All right, you guys, we cruising right along. Aviation Geek has some decks to paint, some grass to mow. Green lights just getting home. Chief Sim pilots just checking in. Busy night. And me and wifey chilling. She is on board. Kids started school, man, over here, and they were in school like 2 days, and all of a sudden we got a, I was like, oh man, oh no. But so far so good, you know? You guys know how that goes. Hey, before, a cough was just a cough. Nowadays, a cough with everything going around, man, is like, whoa. Whoa, 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 you got a cough? Hold on, what you got? We forget there's allergies, common cold, dry throat, you know. But it is kind of funny though. Even in public now, if I'm chilling with the fam somewhere or something, somebody cough or sneeze, it's like, oh. It's like, whoa, man. Back up with all that. All good. Go up and check on our speed quick. Pretty much max throttle out there. Got 2990 in both tanks, so just under 6,000 pounds of fuel, which is okay in my book. The fuel that it's going to take to get from A to B on this leg, according to our operational flight plan, is only 3,917 pounds of fuel. We still have 6,000 on board roughly, so just under. More than enough fuel there.
For 53262, contact SoCal approach 135.4.
So we good to go there. Green light says when people cough, I tell them keep that to yourself.
3262, SoCal approach.
Hey, you ain't lying, Green.
2987.
Start hearing them cough, you be like, hey, whoa, 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 whoa. Where's all that illness coming from? Everybody's suspect today when they cough. I remember back in 2014, that Ebola joint was going around, man. I'm just glad it was, because Ebola is, you know, like a roller coaster over the decades, years. It's been, you know, popping its head up in, you know, certain countries, you know, primarily like the continent of Africa, it's spawning its head up there. Then, of course, we had aid workers over there, healthcare workers. They brought it back over here, if you guys remember, and the people were, you know, and some with better luck were, you know, able to overcome it. And, man, it was scary. It was like, man, you start bleeding out your eyes and stuff like that. Like, man, I mean, you don't want anything life-threatening, but, man, that for sure is one that's not a good look if you get that.
303 Tango, SoCal approach, squawk 3446.
All right, working our way to the halfway mark. Not quite there yet, but plane is performing quite marvelously. So
3539 Whiskey contact Santa Monica Tower.
Do what we can to be the best pilots for you guys today. Getting rusty. Haven't landed in a while, so 2.5, 3 weeks, and then the last thing I flew really was DCS. Good thing it was a C-130. It's a turboprop, but we'll see how this goes. Had a late night, early morning, so we'll see if we even do a next leg, because I might be a little tired, man.
American 318, contact LA Center 133.2.
LA Center 133.2 for American 318, and I think that's the frequency we're already monitoring right now, sir.
Yeah, it is right. Well, guess I gave you the wrong frequency. Just stay on this one then.
Hey man, it's Monday, no worries. We'll remain this frequency, American 318. Alright.
For 5303 Tango Rudder, contact 10 miles.
Try to switch me to a frequency that I was already on, so I was like, but hey, it's all good. People make mistakes, and as long as we stay out of trouble, man, I'm okay. You know, I'm okay. I know I'm rusty. However, I figured we was on that frequency. You can see
3262, Roger,
the difference in the ortho here.
300, cleared RNAV, runway 21 approach.
Little line right there. Let's check the other side out. Alright, y'all, we are rolling right along. Beautiful evening to fly. I do use Active Sky for X-Plane, and if this is the flying weather right now, what a joy. Let's see if we can check in and see exactly where we're at. Give it a minute there to catch up. Okay, so we just are passing the Vegas area. What you saw back in this area was North Las Vegas and the Vegas area, so we've already passed it. We're actually going towards Pahrump. And if anybody knows anything about Pahrump, need I say any more? And if you don't, hit me offline. It's definitely not G-rated. Or PG for that matter. It's got a little history there in Pahrump, so...
Number 1 Delta Bravo, Roger, clear direct Tokes, descend to main stage 4000. Delta Bravo cross Tokes at 4000, cleared LDA Charlie approach, and which runway did you say you wanted to circle to? cross 2x4000, cleared LDA, Charlie approach circuit runway 161. November Echo, SoCal departure radar
I don't
contact.
think we're going to be landing north. According to this, American parks at Charlie 9. So there's 2 gates here and then one right on the corner. So right here. Alright, just about halfway through, guys.
November 32124, contact LA Center 125.27.
We'll go ahead and kind of do a pre-checklist, pre-descent. Pull that up now. See, Green says check out this new VATSIM map, vatsim.net. Check that out.
LA Center, Cessna 32124, 77500.
32124, LA Center, roger.
Yeah, that's pretty nice, Green. Aviation Geek says when people cough, I say cough it up. It ain't yours. That's right. You don't want that. Like Shrek says, man, better out than in. You know what I'm saying? So guys, we took off from Phoenix. We've already passed Las Vegas, and we are headed northwest to Reno, Nevada in our ERJ-145. This is the Xcrafts. It's Monday, and thanks for hanging out with me. Appreciate you guys. Click on he says, Green says, click on the tab below. Very nice feature.
One Delta Bravo, contact Van Nuys Tower 1100.3. For 53262, contact Santa Monica Tower 120.1.
Alright. Let's see, I'm about to click on that tap below right now.
5303 Tango, radar service terminated, squawk VFR, contact Del Monte Tower.
Yeah, that's pretty nice, Green. Pretty nice.
731 November Echo, contact SoCal approach 128.1.
Let's go up front and
American 318, contact Oakland Center 127.45.
Oakland Center 27.45, American 318.
Seven 731 November Echo, SoCal approach, information India current at Torrance altimeter 2988.
29.
Good evening, Oakland Center, American 318 checking in, flight level 340.
American 318 Oakland Center, good evening.
Okay, there's Kino and Rusty, so we're getting pretty close, guys. Let us see. Double check the ATIS. 35.8. 35.8. It was worth a shot. We're too far out. I do believe it's going to be a northern landing, though, to be honest with you.
7 Juliet Mike, Roger, where do you park? 7 Juliet Mike, Roger, Empire Alpha, you can remain in the street.
Alright, just communicating with the Commander-in-Chief. That's my wife, of course. I gotta keep it 100 with her. Man, I tell you, boy, Aviation Geek says that country ham hit the sweet spot. That's actually what I was texting my wife right now. We're talking about we're kind of hungry, man. I told her after we land, we might have to get something to eat, you know? You know, the worst thing you can do when you're hungry, man, is
224,
watch a cooking show.
Red table now if you'd like it.
and
go direct table for 224 Limo.
be
Roger, making a right turn, clear direct red
watching
table.
all the good stuff they eat, and you have zero ingredients or know-how what they're cooking. You're like, oh man. But I love watching cooking shows and stuff when I got a big plate in front of me. Alright, we gotta be flight level 190 here, or below here at, maybe that's Snakes. Here at Tarver, we gotta be 250, 14,000, so we should be getting descent instructions here in a little bit. And again, I'm hypothesizing that we will be landing north, even though I have southern runway set up. Again, we're too far too high for the ATIS, but just trying in the off chance that it comes through, you know, like to confirm my suspicion, which is the northern landing, even though we're set up for the southern landing. So guys, once again, happy Monday to you. This might be a one-legger. This is, again, a stream that has been long thought about during my move. Just couldn't get to it, so I was like, man, and honestly, I'm kind of tired right now. But I was like, I wanted to do something today for sure. Like I said, I was going to do a longer flight, but then I reconsidered because I think on the next longer flight, I want Green flying with me or something like that. So we'll see.
We're for the boys. Connect Aspen approach 123.
Aviation Geek says the only cooking shows I watch are when I'm making a meal, and that definitely wasn't a popular show. Hey, that's what's up. Captain Jared in the house, man. Hey to yourself, man. Thanks for joining the stream. Happy Monday to everybody, y'all. We just chilling here and enjoying the scenery on Pilotedge. You know, I definitely like the activity of VATSIM as far as the volume of aircraft
for 224 Limo
on VATSIM versus Pilotedge, but because I do pay for Pilotedge, I have to make sure I get a little bit of return on investment. So we're on Pilotedge today, guys. Little tired, but sleep is for the weak. And I'm weak. And happy birthday, apparently, to you, Captain Jared. So, hope all your birthday wishes are coming true, big dog, and that you have many, many more birthdays till you're old and extra old and ripe. So, happy birthday to you, Captain Jared. Thanks for spending a little of your birthday, your special day with us here on stream. So, at least we get to tell you happy birthday, as well as Aviation Geek, who kind of let me know it was your birthday. That's what's up. Alright, let's go back up to the front. It's a little loud here, mates.
Loud, clear.
Okay, yeah, my birthday was 2 days ago, and I got all my wishes. That's nice. You don't hear that all the time. Glad you, sounds like you had a pretty dope birthday, got your wishes come true, so there you go. Flying time for this leg, guys, was 1 hour 26. We're at 59 minutes already, so that's good. Aviation Geek says we only have one birthday, the rest are anniversaries. You got that right, Aviation Geek. Blessed anniversaries, you know. Any day we get additional, and the extra breath of air that we get on this earth is always a blessing. So, well said. let me, in the spirit of my assumption, let's look at some approaches on runway 34 left, which is still 16 right, which essentially we would just take this. Zato Fly says, I'm going to be dropping some screenshots of what I've been doing in DCS lately. That's what's up, Zato, man. What planes have you been flying? Did you get that C-130? Okay, 1099-344. All right. 96 to peons. All right, yeah, we're definitely going to start descending sooner than later. Zato says he did C-130, F-14, F-18 training and did get some skills with them too. All right, you got your air refueling and your carrier landings down, Zatos, because that's with the F-18. That's the main thing. And also learning the different radars, the sea radar, ground radar, learning how to use your TWS, RWS, track while scan and all that stuff.
Descend via the Rusby to arrival.
Descend via the Rusby to arrival, American 318. He says carrier landings, yes, air refueling is still to wait. Hey, don't worry, it takes a while, man. Anybody that flies DCS can appreciate that, man. It's not the easiest thing to do. It took me a while to get it. But once you get it, you know the sight picture, you know the throttle management on the F-18, because they're a little bit delayed. They're not as quite responsive as, let's say, like the F-16. You'll get it. You'll get it in due time. I mean, getting the carrier landing is one thing, and usually the landings on the carrier happen first. Mine kind of happens simultaneously, carrier landing and air refueling. And if you fly with folks in DCS that are, already have a pretty significant skill set, they will help you out as well with some tippers. All right, he says I dropped some shots in your Discord. Okay, I'll check those out, Zato. For sure. Sorry, guys. Man, it's been a long one. Whew. This might be the only leg for me, because if it was another leg, I might be asleep. Alright, so we got our descend via. Obviously, this plane doesn't really... Let's see if it gives us any top of descent information. I don't think it does. Okay, here it is. I lied. Top of descent. 61.6 miles, so that's all good. Let's see where peons is supposed to be. So again, if we're planning to be at Snickies at 19,000 feet, we're currently at 34,000 feet, so that's going to be a disparity of 15,000 feet. We multiply that by 3, right? It's about 45 miles out, so that's about right. So we'll start our top of descent here to cross that at 19. That is correcto, mundo. So we most certainly have our target altitude in there now. Let's also come here and put the tower frequency in.
We're 554 Bravo, NorCal approach. Clear to the Fresno airport via Intel, then direct. Maintain 15,000. Departure frequency 120.9 squawk 1302. Hold for release.
35.8 is definitely the ATIS. There we go.
554 Bravo reback is correct. Just advise number 1 for the bridge.
47 miles to top and drop, y'all. That's right, man. Throttle says, of course, that he had his fair share of go-arounds in DCS trying to land on the carrier. Most of them where the hook misses the cables. Yeah, and that's just because you got to be in that E bracket. They call it on-speed angle of attack, AOA, on-speed AOA. So because they have to be at a certain angle for that hook to catch, and on your final approach, as soon as your landing gear's down really and you're trimmed into the E bracket, you know, it's a different experience of, instead of using your joystick or, you know, stick for pitch, you actually use the throttle. Not so much for pitch, but for your basically your descent rate there, if you will. You just simply use the throttle. So it's kind of unorthodox when you're getting used to it at first, in order to stay away from your stick to try to make it go down. Because what happens is, if you're coming down and the carrier's here and you're coming down at the right angle, but you decide to use your stick, you're bringing it forward so that hook is up and it won't catch those cables. So you got to stay in that E bracket using your speed. Use your ILS, which really is only super accurate towards like the last 3 or 4 miles until you, not even under that, you know, right up on it when you get to the carrier, basically is when the ILS is actually the most accurate for you. And then you got to slam down, be full power, and hope you get the cables, man.
For ground clear to the Reading Airport, Route 7 departure. Blanks.
Yeah, Throttle says, and I know I may sound like he's BSing, but I did get it on my first try. No, it's believable. Especially if you watch enough videos, it's believable. You know, there's nothing unbelievable about that, Zato, my young G. But yeah, you know, it's definitely something different. Flying combat jets.
Yeah, if I don't give it to you, it'll be the one that's listed on the chart there.
30 miles to top and drop, y'all. Still no ATIS to be expected. Vato says, I've been doing the X-Plane 11 carrier to land its practice. Whole different thing. Yeah, you know, I'm not saying anything for anybody that wants to fly a combat jet, an X-Plane, or Microsoft 2020. It's just not for me, because I know the differences between the two. You know, X-Plane, Microsoft 2020, preparing all that. This for commercial aircraft, general aviation, that type of thing. When you start getting into the combat aircraft, you really need to be on something like, you know, DCS. I mean, even the old Falcon 4.0 is better. And then the ones that are actually a combat simulator, because you can actually utilize the aircraft the way it's supposed to be, because you can have targets, you can employ and deploy you know, the right, you know, air-to-ground missiles or air-to-air tactics and things of that nature. The aircraft are also, you know, developed to respond like the real aircraft, the declassified aircraft, if you will. So I just find it hard for me personally to be able to fly something like that in X-Plane or Microsoft 2020, just because it's lacking even the full mission parameters of being able to destroy a target, which, you know, in my opinion, flying the aircraft is a little bit more easier in DCS, just because the aircraft aren't that hard to fly. A lot of the concepts carry over, but learning how to multitask, fly the aircraft, you know, stay coordinated, time on target with JTAC and your mission parameters, not to mention target acquisition using the different weapon systems, the different navigation systems, and your FLIR pod or your targeting pod, and then really utilizing defensive tactics, especially when there's SAMs or other enemy aircraft where you got to notch them and all that. That's the business, and that's what I love about DCS. And don't get me wrong, I don't have 2020 Microsoft, but we'll just stick to like X-Plane. But you know, same thing. I love each of the platforms and use them for what their strong points are. And in my opinion, flying F-18s and military aircraft in, you know, Prepare 3D or Microsoft 2020 or even X-Plane or whatever the case, is just not for me. And then he says, of course, Maverick style, he buzzed the tower. I bet you did, man. I bet you did, SA. Let's get a little bit of water here. Let's take a look at our 8 miles to top of descent, guys. We can go ahead and start it now, actually. So first, we got to bring that power back.
Whiskey, Eagle clearance cleared to the Aspen Airport, Gypsum 6. Departure Kremlin transition as filed, maintain 15,000. Departure frequency 120.47.
Alright.
7114.
Let's see here. We have started our initial descent, so let's go ahead and kill the music. That way we can focus.
75 Whiskey, read that correct.
So guys, we have started our initial descent into the Reno area. We'll keep the descent speed pretty copacetic. So what we're looking for at our next point, really, we're okay here. We're looking to get 1900 here. I don't remember if this gives me an arc. I don't think it does. Which is kind of disheartening why we don't get an arc. Let's see here. Okay, it'd be nice if we found the actual star. Okay, here we go. You can see us there. Yep, so we need to be below 1900 here. For sure. About 10 to go.
Embraer 716 Delta Mike, met for ground runway 32, taxi via Bravo Alpha.
8 is information Alpha, 0055 Zulu, wind 260 at 13, gust 23, visibility 10, sky conditions, clear, temperature 34, dew point -5, altimeter 3009er, arriving and departing runway 34 right, 34 left, visual approaches in use. VFR departures, contact clearance delivery, advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact, you have information Alpha.
So suspicions are confirmed.
Yeah, that's fine. Alpha 4 7.
3-4 left and 3-4 right are actually in use now, so let's see what we've got for the 3-4s. Yeah, so the main northern runway is going to be 3-4 right. There is no ILS for 3-4, or I'm sorry, there is no ILS for 3-4 right, so more than likely we're going to be coming in.
We're 554 Bravo, NorCal departure. Release for departure. Clearance void if not off in 5 minutes. If not off in 5 minutes, advise intentions. This frequency no later than 10 minutes. Change advisory frequency approved.
All right. Yeah, Embraer's made in Brazil. That's it. Let's see. I also posted my landings and the screenshots. Aviation Geek says, after watching some Concorde streams, I forgot how slow other aircraft are. You ain't lying. Embraer is made in Brazil, I believe. That's correct. Aviation Geek. Zato seconds that emotion. Sao Paulo, Brazil is Embraer. There you go. Yeah. That's one thing the Brazilians do get right. I do like their Embraer aircraft. You know, the 170, 190, 195, 175. Oh my goodness, excuse me guys. I did say I was tired. That's probably why we're only doing one legger today.
For 3175 Whiskey, Eagle clear, or correction, Eagle Tower, runway 25 at Alpha 4 cleared for takeoff.
Alright, we can kind of probably slow that descent down a little bit.
We're 75 Whiskey, verify runway. Were you assigned runway 7 at Alpha 4 or 25? The ATIS is showing 25's current now.
We can go for 1400 because we got to be below 19,000 there, so that'll work out perfectly for us.
We're 75 Whiskey, Roger. If you're set up for runway 7, then runway 7 at Alpha 4 clear for takeoff.
Alright, so definitely we need to at least put in the heading of 344. Let's do that now. Or course, anyway. Let's go heading, nav. Okay, 344. Back to FMS, back to nav, and the frequency is 1099.
There's 75 Whiskey, contact Denver Center.
Okay, 1099.
Good afternoon, Baron 75 Whiskey, 7,400 on the Jefferson 6 up to 115,000.
So once we get direct, we can start kind of like messing
Whiskey,
with the
Denver Center, radar contact. I'll maintain 16,000.
But here's the cool thing.
1616, 175 Whiskey.
So let's get rid of those southern landings. C9 is our gate. So we can get rid of that. So if we take 3-4 left, it's going to be a really easy taxi. Hopefully. (344) 1099, and the decision height is 4946. So let's get that in there.
American 318, contact NorCal approach 119.2.
NorCal approach 119.2, American 318. Good evening, NorCal approach American 318, checking in 16,400, descending via the Rusme 2. We do have information Alpha at the field.
American 318, NorCal approach, thanks for Alpha, but Bravo is current now. Expect visual approach, runway 34 left.
Okay, expecting visual approach 34 left, American 318, thanks a lot. Okay, so we have Bravo current.
Man for tower, November 716 Delta Mike, holding short runway 32, Alpha 1, ready for departure.
Okay,
716 Delta Mike, Metro Tower, runway 32, clear for takeoff.
Requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Bravo.
Okay, Bravo's current. It must have just switched.
Reno Tower International
Got departure, citation number 554 Bravo's climbing 3,300 for 150
at 11.
For 554 Bravo, NorCal departure, right down.
Condition, clear. Temperature 32, dew point -4. Altimeter 3009er. Arriving and departing runway 34 right, 34 left.
That's what we were looking for.
54 Bravo, radar contact 14 miles south of Linden. And climbing 15,000.
15,000, radar contact 54 Bravo.
We have begun our final descent
Okay,
into
then after
Nevada.
Spoon.
Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one
Seattle
final
Center,
time.
Challenger 734 Tango Delta on the ground at Crescent City, Charlie Echo Charlie, looking to take for IFR to Columbia Gorge, Delta Lima Sierra.
Or under the seat in front of you. Please complete all Wi-Fi related
November
tasks.
734 Tango Delta. Seattle Center, cleared to the Dalles Airport, as filed. I'm going to maintain flight level 230. Expect flight level 350 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 121.4. Squawk 6271, hold for release.
Alright, Challenger 734 Tango Delta is cleared to the Dalles, as filed. Climb maintain 230, expect 350 and 10, departures on 121.4 and 6271 and hold for release.
Fort Tango Delta, readback correct, advise number 1 for departure, and just be about sure, I don't know if it's intentional, you guys are filing a slant Zulu instead of Lima, although I don't know if that's intentional or not.
We were definitely speeding there. Oh, not actually, we weren't. Let's go ahead and get the landing lights on,
American 318, advise the airport in sight, join the localizer.
American 318 does have the field in sight. We'll be joining the localizer for American 318.
American 318, cleared visual approach, runway 34 left.
Cleared visual approach, 34 left, American 318. Alright guys, so let's go to nav. Let's do approach.
We're 75 Whiskey John.
And we are slowing our speed down.
75 Whiskey, turn left, direct red table, and contact Aspen approach 123.8.
Okay, there is the runway there. Okay, we do have the localizer there.
American 318, contact Reno Tower.
Over to Reno Tower for American 318. Alright, so the tower is 187.
Baron 3175 Whiskey with you, 16,000 left director, red table.
November 3175 Whiskey, Aspen approach. The Aspen altimeter 3035, November's current, I can't remember if you said you had it. Expect visual approach 15 unless you want to do something else.
3035 and we'll check the ATIS right now for 75 with you.
And Reno Tower, American 318, established an ILS, visual, runway 34 left.
Autopilot. Autopilot.
Alright.
American 318, Reno Tower, runway 34 left, cleared to land.
34 left, cleared to land, American 318. Alright guys, here we go. Pulling that speed back. We're going to get the takeoff profile back on there. And we are all visual now, guys. There's our minimums there. Slowing her down. Here we go, guys. You can see that wind is gusting pretty good.
This is Skyhawk November 738 Sierra Yankee, holding short of Lima. I have information Tango. I'd like to taxi to the active for a north departure, please.
November 738 Sierra Yankee, correction, Farmington ground, runway 25, taxi via Bravo Alpha.
First stage of flaps down.
Taxi to runway 5 using Bravo Alpha, November 738 Sierra Yankee.
And I'm sorry, it's runway 5 just via Bravo.
Oh, runway 5 via Bravo, gotcha. November 738 Sierra Yankee.
And Medford Tower, November 716 Delta Mike.
November 6 Delta Mike, contact Cascade departure.
Over to departure, 716 Delta Mike.
Is that Embraer Erj he has information November at Aspen, looking for the localizer D in the Echo approach for 15.
November 75 Whiskey Cross, red table at 14,000. Cleared localizer
Not
D
the
in the
best
Echo approach, expect
conditions
runway
to be
15.
bringing her back in.
Okay.
After being on a little hiatus, that's for sure.
14,000, clear for the localizer D in the Echo approach, expecting 15075 Whiskey.
Cascade departure, November 716 Delta Mike, 5,800, climbing 11,000, Bruce 7 departure.
November 716 Delta Mike,
She's
Cascade
definitely
departure,
all over the place.
contact.
Gear is
Climate
down.
1,000.
11,000, November 716 Delta Mike.
She is bouncing all over the place, guys. At least she gets a little smoother here.
Light slope, 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 light slope,
A little bit of a crab there.
light slope, light slope, light slope.
Just gotta ignore that madness.
Light slope, 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 light slope. 10.
November 716 Delta
All
Mike,
right.
contact Seattle Center 121.4.
There we go. Not bad. Not center line, but those winds, boy.
21.4.
Those winds were killing us. Just can't panic on that one.
Sierra Yankee, looks like you're going to runway 25.
All right. Speed is bleeding.
You're able to make a 180 there and go to runway 5.
Yeah, I can go to runway 5, sorry.
Okay,
I heard
reverse free.
25, sorry about that. November 73
All right.
Yankee will make a
Rolling
180
on
right
out.
now.
Let's go do some manual toe brakes
I
there.
did say runway 25
That wind,
initially,
did you
and
guys
then
see
I
that? That
corrected
wind
myself
had
at
us
the end.
rocking
Runway 5,
everywhere.
Taxi via Alpha Bravo.
She had the crab in.
Runway 5,
All right.
taxi via Bravo. November 73 Sierra Yankee, to make it a 180 now.
Okay, flaps are coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome
716 Delta Mike, Seattle Center, car maintain 17,000. The Medford altimeter 3000.
We brought her in a little faster because of that wind.
Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to
American 318 taxi to parking via Delta Alpha. Monitor ground.
If this is your final destination,
Taxi Delta Alpha to the ramp, monitor ground for American 318. Thanks a lot.
Number 554 Bravo, descend, maintain 10,000, contact Fresno approach 119.6.
As necessary regarding connecting flights or accommodations.
10,000 and approach 119.6. 54
Stop
Bravo.
really quick. I'll check you guys out here in a minute. Get that APU started there, guys. Make sure flaps are up. And let's see here. Okay, believe that's the turn. Look, I think somebody's in our gate, but we'll go over there to the American gates. And welcome to Reno, guys. Let's see. Didn't mean to do that. Let's see. Oh, yeah. That's what we did mean to do. And let's get the taxi lights on. Keep them on. And he said monitor ground, so let's do that. So we don't get into the trouble.
Station number 554 Bravo is descending 14,400 for 10,000 with Bravo.
That's you there. It's November 554 Bravo, Fresno approach. Roger. Do you have an approach request?
Yeah, I guess we'll take the visual 29 right if you got it. 54 Bravo.
Number 54 Bravo, Roger. Descend, maintain 2,000.
Thank you, baby. Says great landing. I was way up. Nice landing considering the winds. Hey, thanks, Aviation Geek. Captain Jared says nice. Green light says beautiful. Hey, appreciate all y'all, man. Yeah, those winds, man. Did you guys saw what it was gusting? It was gusting like 23 knots on this little light airframe. So you know,
traffic. Canadian Forces Challenger.
It was trying to give us a run for our money, but
Crescent City.
That's our welcome back landing, I guess, guys. Let's go over to the American gates.
Sorry about that.
You know, once she got, you know, within minimums, under minimums, she started, you know, coming back to us a little bit, but it was still kind of hairy there for a second, guys. Welcome to Reno, guys. Thanks for riding along. You guys can see our American company traffic parked at the gate over there.
Tower, this is November 738 Sierra Yankee, holding short of runway 5 at Bravo, ready for departure.
November 738 Sierra Yankee, Farmington Tower, proceed on course. Runway 5, cleared for takeoff.
It's always good when your lovely wife is watching you, got your back.
Cleared for takeoff runway 5.
Hey, and I'm sorry, Green, if I made you spill your cranberry juice on the way in, even though the touchdown was -1, so I'm very happy about that.
November 75 Whiskey, contact Aspen Tower.
Ocean Tower, 75 Whiskey.
So, we'll just be, hopefully that American, let's see, what is that?
Aspen Tower, good evening there in
It's like a 757 there, not in our gate.
November 3175 Whiskey, Aspen Tower, circle straight in, runway 15, cleared to land.
Circle straight in, 15, clear to land for 375 Whiskey.
Yeah, let's see. I don't think he is, so we gotta just come right. The very next gate past this, could be Airbus as well. Should be our gate.
54 Bravo.
And it does look like it is available, so that's a good thing. Okay, there's the lead in there. Alright, we got to cut our turn a little bit prematurely here. This is Charlie 9 right here, so it looks like our gate was available. This is the gate that we planned for. First one kind of on the corner here. Let's get our taxi light off. Doesn't look like we got any workers out here today. A little off on the parking, but all things considered, we'll take it. All right.
President approach 54 Bravo's got the airport site.
554 Bravo, clear visual approach, runway 29 right.
Visual 29 right.
Taxi off. Welcome it in, guys. We officially made it. APU is already up and running and confirmed. Let's go ahead and get our TCAS off, of course. And now we can turn the red beacon off.
Is in the air off of Crescent City,
those up.
2,700.
And welcome it into Reno, guys. This is our, more than likely our one and only leg because I am tired. And man, I really appreciate you guys riding along. Let's get that off. Let's get some tunes going on so we can celebrate a little bit.
Before taking out the radar,
bada bing, bada boom, get me out of there.
Maintain flight level 230.
And boom, boom.
Maintain 230 for taking Delta.
Let's get rid of Pilotedge.
Disconnected.
And we will get right into the replay, man. Appreciate everybody riding along. That was a pretty fun and interesting landing there. Let's come a little bit further out. Man, it was very such a tumultuous situation there. Well, she was smoking it, wasn't she? Look how she was bouncing around. She definitely was bouncing around something fierce. But, you know, when you have winds gusting 23 knots on a small airframe like that, man, I'm just glad I wasn't flying GA. Look how she was kind of coming up on us. We looked super high, which we kind of were. I know the passengers must have been like, what is going on here, man? Probably still too far out. Look at that, how she was crabbing. Just trying to keep her stable. She was dancing all around, boy. Big up to everybody for riding along. Of course, baby girl, thank you, my lovely wife, for supporting me and everybody else, man. Yeah, Captain Jared was saying negative 215. Wow. Yeah. Hopefully, I did okay for you guys on this comeback flight. Definitely a challenging one, getting her down with those gusty winds. Man, look at that. Those winds were almost, you know, definitely not forgiving. Be nice if we had a better tower view. I don't think we're going to get one, though. Let's see what we get here. Nope, we're just not. So we're going to have to... Look how she was crabbing on the way in. Okay, we straightened her out. Boom. Nice touchdown. Nice touchdown. Just a little bit left of center. But she did do her job. Those winds blowing us around. Yeah, those winds blowing us around, man. They definitely were cause for concern. Just bring her back here and just keep it right here. Since we don't, you know, I don't like it when I have a decent, okay scenery, but then there's no tower view. So look how she was crabbed there. Nose was already pointing to the left of center line. There she was still crabbing in. She was still crabbing in. We're starting to put some rudder controls in right about now. You can see that we're trying to straighten her out to get center line. Nice. Boom. Yeah. Yeah, one leg today, Aviation Geek, man. I'm awfully tired. Yeah, let's run that back. A few more views. You guys know how we do it. Yeah, one for today, but we'll definitely be back tomorrow with something. I just got to get some more sleep. One of my kids was kind of sick last night, so that kind of, you know, threw things off. My wife and I were up kind of late. There we go. Nice arrested at speed. He says, I'm tired too. Yeah. Yeah, man. That was definitely one for the books. But, you know, we can't be held down, man. We cannot be held down. Let's go back and get my lovely wife's view there. Hey guys, if you want to fly something interesting tonight, go ahead and fly into Reno. She's nice and windy for you. She's nice and windy. Appreciate everybody riding along with me tonight, man. I tell you what, these flights are always interesting. You never know what we're going to get. And guess what, guys? We didn't get yelled at all on Pilotedge, so we're going to take that for a win, y'all. W-I-N for short. Bye, y'all. Nose down. Passengers should be extremely happy with that. Let's get one more of that, man. That was crazy. Then we'll do some wing landings and call it a day. Look how she was just floating. Aviation Geek says, awesome. Catch you on the next one, guys. They appreciate you, Aviation Geek, for sure, and everybody riding along. And man, I tell you, the one thing that you don't want to get when those winds are blowing like that, because it's creating more lift over the wings, is to get too slow. That's what you definitely don't want to do. Aviation Geek said, right, Rudder. You got that right, man. Look at that. Imagine being a passenger in this. Imagine being a passenger on this. Alright, one more wing replay, guys, and then we're going to be out of here. So I can get some sleep, man. And we'll do, let's say we'll do behind the wing on this side. You can look and see those air brakes were deployed. Alright, y'all. So, of course, my lovely wife, big up, baby. Thanks for the support. Phoenix J was in the house. Zachy D was in the house. Aviation Geek was in the house. Sarbini Helen was in the house. Zato Flies was definitely in the house. Spawn and Salmon was in the house, man. Big up Fire Horse and Gray Aviation. We're all the way up in this bad boy. Supporting Chiefs and Pilot checked in. Chief content creator like Aviation Geek was in the house. Green Light Auto Brokers was definitely in the house. Nightbot, he came through as well. You know how we do. And Captain Jarrett, thanks for riding along. He was definitely all the way in the house. If you guys didn't comment and you were in the house, big up to you. Appreciate everybody riding along. We landed in Reno with winds gusting 16 to 23 knots, and it shows right here. But we landed with a negative 1 something, I believe 150 something. So we're happy with it. And we didn't get yelled at on Pilotedge. Maulon Boudin is in the house, man. Sorry if I butchered your name. Maulon Boudin was in the house. Big up to everybody. Thanks for riding along. God bless each and every one of you. Happy Monday. Happy early Tuesday if it's Tuesday for you. But guys, I plan to be back tomorrow, and hopefully we'll do longer flights. I'll be better, well rested. So appreciate everybody. Let's keep growing the channel together. We got some giveaways that'll be coming up soon, so I'm excited about that. And I will see you guys on the next one. I'm your boy Dre Sanchez. This is the Dre Sanchez YouTube channel, and we appreciate your support. Big up. Enjoy the replay, and have a great rest of your evening and or morning.